It is a very cloudy and windy day here on Castaway Cay.
So, heading off the ship in Castaway Cay.
Castaway Cay is looking pretty empty right now, and that is because it's gross out. It's threatening to rain, it's muggy, it's humid, it's cloudy. It's just generally not a great conditions for a beach day. So, Plan B involves going to find something to eat on board and then going to the spa for me. Adam is out getting some footage of Castaway Cay because he does want to share some of the accessibility info or lack thereof, and so he's gonna go do that and then come back.
This is the second stop on the tram at Castaway Cay, and as you can see, we have a lot of beach wheelchairs available. So basically the giant tires. So yeah, so when you come, second stop, you can come and get beach wheelchairs right there. So today is a rainy, cloudy day, it looks like, and they've canceled all excursions. So you can get that, but all other excursions have been canceled for the day. As you look up at the sky, it's really overcast. It feels like it's gonna rain, but we'll see in a moment. This is some of the area as you come right here in the beginning and get off the second stop on the tram. The tram does continue on to Serenity Bay. So we're gonna head over here to Pelican Point Overlook. Alright, the path does continue around from, I believe, Pelican Point, and it continues all the way around, so we're going to go for that a little bit. Going to swing around and let you see the signs. We have Cookies Barbecue, and then we have a seating area over here for people to grab their food. Picnic tables and standard over here. Standard fare island food. This doesn't seem like it has the fly problem as the other place. Well, I'm headed back to the ship now because it's starting to rain a lot. So I was trying to go get a lot of footage of Castaway Cay, but it looks like it's not going to happen because the rain is coming down. So, heading back to the ship now. The trams have 2 spots for 2 wheelchairs.
And the birds don't usually bother you unless you bother them, but the flies were no flies.
As you can see, you can get 2 wheelchairs on here. You may have to maneuver them to get them on here, but you could fit 2.
I know, but there were no flies here. You got to eat your food clean.
That is crazy. 50 cruises. Some of these people have been cruising since 1999. That is a lot. When getting back on the ship, you may have to give a little speed to go up the ramp, as I got stuck a little bit. So even though it's not that steep, the angle of it, you may have to give some speed to go back up. Because currently I'm going up the ramp, but when we get to the top, we'll see. Again, that's a steep angle. Just be aware that you may have to You go down it, be careful.
So today turned into a spa day. I just got out of the Rainforest Room, which is a thermal spa here on a Disney Cruise Line, and now I'm about to go get some sort of seaweed wrap treatment thing.
Okay, I am right now headed to deck 11 to get some food as Castaway Cay looks like it shut down early, or people started coming back to the ship much earlier as it's starting to rain. It started to rain, so a lot of people are heading back to the ship, including myself. I was unable to get a lot of the footage of Castaway Cay to show you guys all the accessible options. I did get a couple of stuff, but not as much as I planned to or wanted to. On deck 11, looking out at Castaway Cay, the weather does not look great, but it was an okay day today.
So I'm back from my Aroma Spa Seaweed massage. I would not have previously considered myself a spa girly, but I could get into this. I feel so relaxed from having done that. Like more relaxed than I've ever felt in my whole life. So I had no idea what it was. So in case you're like me and you're like, what in the world even is that? Let me explain what happened. So you go in and you are, take all the things off and they give you paper to wear as undergarments. And then they cover you in this green, I felt a little bit like the Wicked Witch of the West when I looked at my hand, because it was like my nails were all covered in this green stuff. It was like this pasty green, like a clay kind of thing. So they put that all over you, and you then lay on this bed and they wrap you up. And then they have this thermal bed add-on, which, it's like $20, so I did it, where it's like a water bed and it envelops you. So you kind of sink down, and they had put this black, aromatherapy eye mask on me, right? So I couldn't really see. And so it almost feels like you are enclosed in. I twitched so I could see that there was sunlight, so I wasn't claustrophobic, or else I might have had a little bit of a panic. But you can totally get out. So you're not really enclosed, but it kind of feels it kind of reminded me of one of my husband's space movies where the pod comes, it felt like you were going into some sort of outer space pod. So you're in there for 20 minutes and they have the, gentle music playing, and she was like, you can go to sleep if you want. So I was in that for 20 minutes, and then they take you out of that, and then they have a special shower in there, a dedicated shower in that room. And so they take you out of the pod, and then you go and you rinse all the stuff off. Then they do an extra, you go back into the pod thing, this time without the clay stuff, because they want you to sweat it out. That's part of the process, is you could either do the pod thing or you could go to the steam room. So, but I'd already paid for the pod thing. Might as well do the pod thing. So I went back into the pod thing, and there's you're also wrapped in one of these tinfoil blankets both times, right? So they, and so you're in this tinfoil blanket and then another blanket and then submerged in the water, and it's very sensory deprivation type of thing. And you're in there again for, I think it was another 20 minutes. I'm not sure on the second one. And then once you come out of that, then you take another shower because you're all sweaty, all of that. And then they have a massage, right? And they call it a half body massage. So she asked me if I had any problem issues. And I was like, well, my back's hurting a little. And my feet always hurt. So they did back, feet, and they did a scalp massage, which I wasn't sure if she was going to be able to do with the locks, but she did fine. It was more neck anyway than it was actual scalp. So the locks weren't an issue. And they don't with the body massages, they do oils and stuff. They didn't put anything in my hair. So it was all cool. So they do that, and then it was over, but it was just super relaxing. It was a little bit weird at first because I'm not super used to being touched by strangers and that kind of thing. And I was a little anxious, going in as a person in a larger body, or, are they going to be able to accommodate me? Or, am I going to have any issues? Totally respectful, totally fine. I had no issues in that regard. It was a completely pleasant experience. And yeah, I just feel like just really comfortable and like nothing hurts. Everything's fine. The world is wonderful. Like just very calm. How long will this last? I don't know. But for now, it was definitely a good experience. And I would do it again. For sure. I would do it again.
Found another duck. Oh. Somebody put one on our door. Huh. You know what? I just started to notice that. I don't know if people are putting it with all the doors. But there's another one right there. Okay.
So it's the end of day 5 and
Yes.
our visit to Castaway Cay.
Key? It's all the
Castaway
same.
Cay,
You know what
Castaway
we
Cay,
are.
Castaway Cay, Lookout Cay, Castaway Cay, Lookout Cay, Castaway Cay. Every single video of this entire series is going to say it wrong. I'm apologizing now for all of it because
Yeah. It's all right. We're in Disney's Island Castaway Cay.
Well, and also Royal Caribbean says perfect day at Coco Cay. So like they taught me to say Cay.
Yeah.
So I
Not to blame.
blame Royal Caribbean.
Okay.
Perfect day at Coco Cay. And also I keep calling Castaway Coco Cay.
Yeah.
And that's a problem. So, I'm sure you'll have seen a couple of those mistakes as well as we do this. So we are in Castaway Cay, or at least we were.
We're in Castaway Cay, and today was basically a chill day.
Clearly not chill enough. My brain was scrambled from my massage today, and she was doing the, scalp massage. So we went to Animator's Palate.
Yeah, yes.
And I big time hated Animator's Palate. They've won me over. I no longer hate it. And the second night, that isn't like Talk with Crush is still just like a lot and it's loud. It's like, ugh. But the second night is much better. So there's that. So I had the tomato caprese salad for my appetizer, which was very good.
Sashimi tuna, I think, or
the tuna sashimi.
yeah, tuna sashimi. That was pretty good.
And then you also, what was your second appetizer? Because you always get 2.
The lobster bisque.
Okay, gotcha. And
it was okay. I think I won't get it again.
Okay.
But it was okay.
And then for my main course, I got the grilled garlic marinated shrimp. So basically it was like shrimp pasta, which is pretty basic, but it was good. It was, it was fine.
So Animator's Palate night.
Yeah, so instead of the Turtle Talk with Crush business, they have you draw pictures. And then they animate those pictures into the show. And so these are our pictures. That's me. This is Adam.
It takes a while though. Once you started, once you finish drawing it, they take it and they whisk it away somewhere. And it's pretty like late when they animate everything.
It's like dessert time, basically.
Yeah, it's almost a dessert time.
And then we were given official Walt Disney and official Disney animators now. I mean, it's a sticker, but
yes.
so it's cute.
It's
right?
fun, yeah.
So when you sit down, this placemat thing is at your table with the instructions and a marker, and so we had a pink one and a blue one, and so and it's really cute. And some of the people are like, we are not artists. Some of them were like, whoa. So that
and
was.
Unfortunately, mine didn't get picked.
Well, No, yours was in there.
It was
It's
in
just
there?
that mine was the first one. Mine was the one that Mickey pulled off the top of the list, which was very special for me. But I didn't capture that on film.
Yeah.
But so I felt special because because Mickey himself pulled mine off the table and
Yeah.
then started a thing. So, but it's cute.
It's fun,
It's
yeah.
silly, but it's not like obnoxious, right? It's like, yes, it's kid oriented, but it's fun and cute, and
Right.
adults can get into it. And that, to me, is more essence of Disney in that it can be fun for all ages
Right.
than the Turtle Talk with Crush, which gets to be a little bit much.
Does
So,
anybody have their previous, if you've been on a Disney cruise and you did Animator's Palette, do you still have your drawing somewhere? If so, just do a screenshot and let us know.
I don't think you can put photos in comments, but you can tag us on
can tag-
other thing, Facebook, Instagram, we're all the places.
Yeah.
So tag us there and show us your drawings for sure. Maybe we'll scan ours and put ours on Instagram to start it.
Okay.
So what'd you do today, Adam?
I decided to, because today was a overcast day, and so I believe what they said it was a chance of rain. So it's like, okay, well, and the ship seemed pretty full. So I was like, okay, let me go out and just go out. So I went out and I started getting footage of different spots.
Well, like, to be clear, we both started to go out, and then I ditched you.
Okay, yeah, but it's not ditching, but. So.
I can own it. I was like, I don't like it out here. I'm going back.
Yeah.
Plus, everyone was coming back to the ship.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah.
this feels like a bad, like, if everyone's going the opposite direction of me, something's wrong. So
I
you
just have to brave it. I just have to brave it.
He's clearly braver than me.
So I hopped on the tram. I should have, I think I got footage of the tram. You have 2 spots for the accessible people. So if you have 2 wheelchairs, you can put 2 wheelchairs on. It's only in the first car. I confirm that.
Okay, so because Lookout had that too. So both trams have 2 side-by-side wheelchair
I had 2
spots?
side-by-side wheelchairs only in the first car, though.
Interesting. So they're
Not in
both
the rest of
built
the
same.
cars. The rest of the other cars don't have it. Only in the first main car.
Well, it's the same as Castaway. It's just that, at Lookout, it's just that
Yes.
Lookout had like 3 of the like trains at one
Right.
time. So that's why
Right.
there were 6. But okay. Interesting.
So I rode the tram around, got off at the, I'm sorry, I forgot the names of the spots. But I didn't get off at Serenity Bay stop, which is the other section.
I want to say it's Pelican Point.
Yes, it is Pelican Point. So I got off at Pelican Point, and I basically just roamed around and started going around a little bit, just roaming around, just getting just footage. So then it started to sprinkle. When it started to sprinkle, I said, I think I better head back soon. And I asked the girl who was at one of the stands, I said, well, she said it's supposed to be cloudy all day long, it's supposed to rain. So I said, yeah, you should probably head back. And it's a good thing I headed back, because by the time I got back to the ship, it was coming down much more heavily.
I didn't know that. I was
Yeah.
in the spa by this point.
So yeah, so it's coming down much more. I believe I went upstairs to deck 11 or 10, I forgot which one, and got footage of the island, and I saw the rain hitting the window. So I got footage of that too, but it's like, yeah, it's a good thing I came back, because it started to come down a lot more. But otherwise, it was just like a normal, relaxing day, chill day at Castaway Cay.
So what would you say about navigability?
It's compared to Lookout Cay at Lighthouse Point, then it's much better. Castaway is much more.
Okay.
The roads or the paths are more paved, or much better. Even though Lookout Cay is raised on those wooden platforms, overall, I believe the Castaway Cay is much better laid out. The paths are on the ground level, but they're all like solid and like concrete, which it's better, I think. You can see where paths go off. The signage, they still have to work on signage at Lookout Cay, because signage and like directions are just almost non-existent.
But at Castaway, it was better.
At Castaway, it's much better. You can see exactly, so go this way, go that way. You see signs posted everywhere. So again, we know Lookout Cay is being built up. It's still relatively new, but it's I don't know if you spend these hundreds of millions of dollars on it, I would think you would have somebody, an outside person, look at it and say, all right, as an outside person or third party, come and say, all right, evaluate this, tell us how it looks, things like that, because it didn't really happen this way like it should. It's going to get there eventually, yes, but right now it's not quite there. But Castaway is a good spot to go to. They have the cookies barbecue, I think.
Yeah, there's like Cookies Barbecue and then Cookies 2 Barbecue, which is basically the same thing, just they have two of them.
Compared to Lookout Cay, Cookies Barbecue did not have any flies. So the fly saga, if you watch that stuff, you know what the fly saga is. But yeah, it was like hardly any flies there. And I was like, this is much different, much different.
Yeah.
So, but after that, I came back to the ship, like I said, rode back on the ship, and then just chilled and got ready for dinner later.
Okay.
So
So right now, barring them fixing it tomorrow, there's no way for you to swim as a wheelchair user or to get to the beach as a wheelchair user at Lookout, but they do have
Yes,
beach wheelchairs at Castaway.
I have footage of a couple of beach wheelchairs and things like that you can see. You can basically pop in it and roll your butt right into the water.
Well, but with a beach wheelchair, important to note, like it's not something you can use yourself, right?
No,
like,
you have to have somebody
like no
push you,
one could. It's
unfortunately.
not you specifically. Like it's not built to use it yourself.
No,
you have to have
unfortunately, someone else
propel
has to push you along. Just transfer to it. It rides a little bit high. I think I've noticed that when I went up to it earlier, it's like it rides a little bit high. So you may have to like either do a stand pivot or somebody to help you get
in
into
terms
it.
of the transferring.
In terms of transferring,
you feel like the
yes.
seat's high.
It felt like the seat is high.
Oh, interesting.
So
Okay.
you may need to have someone assist you getting into it.
Okay.
But then they would just push you into the water and let you float away.
So no, you don't. That's not how they're not for that. They're not wheel. They do make a wheelchair that's meant to go in the water. These are not those. So don't do that.
Okay.
You can put your feet in the water, but don't do that.
Don't do that. Okay.
You can rent those if you're so inclined. You can not through Disney. You can rent them and like have them in your room, and then you can take them, but like through a third party, the way you would rent a scooter. But yeah, don't do that with those. Those are not meant for that.
Okay.
If you weren't going to do a beach wheelchair and you just wanted to be able to like sit and watch the ocean,
Much
which
better.
one?
Castaway.
Really?
Castaway, yes. You can get...
Even with those elevated platforms, it's still better.
It's still better at Castaway. You can get almost right up until, like, drive my scuba wheelchair right up into the sand. Even though it might mess up the gears, but you can like...
Don't do sand, didn't you? Don't take
You
your
can
wheelchair.
really go much closer to the water than you can at Lookout like we did the other day.
Okay.
So
Okay.
they may get there. Eventually, Disney may get there when they figure out some way to get people closer. But yeah, it's going to happen, unfortunately.
Okay.
Still in work in progress, I think.
Oh, wait, what about bathrooms? Because you got trapped in a bathroom at Lookout.
Yes.
How were the bathrooms on Castaway?
They were normal. I didn't go and lock myself in there. I just went to look at it. But I think the bathrooms, they're open. Instead of like a Lookout, they're like doors.
Okay.
So I don't know why that is, but it's almost like just like a
to get
beach.
into the like obviously the stalls have doors, but
Yes.
like to get into the bathroom,
It's
you're
just
saying
like a
it's
walk
open
around the
walkways.
corner. Yes.
So that's more accessible than dealing with the heavy doors that
Yes.
are at Lookout, which
Correct.
I imagine they had a reason for those heavy doors, but
Yeah.
they still need a way for people to
'Cause it's not
use
like-
them and not get stuck like he did.
Hit the button.
So,
There's no power doors. I asked the guy about that.
there's no power doors at Lookout.
Right.
Right.
When I asked
the
him-
Castaway doesn't need them because they don't have those kind of doors.
Right. So we can check tomorrow to see if they have other sections with power doors, but I'll do that tomorrow.
I'm not optimistic, but sure, yes, let's check.
So that was the
Okay.
day.
So even though Disney advertised Lookout Cay, right, as being more accessible and that they like made an effort to be more accessible, you're still giving it to Castaway.
Correct. Yes.
Okay. Because of the shortcomings that are at Lookout right
Cay.
now.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. And like I said, eventually they'll get there probably, but it's, fortunate right now it's not. So we'll see.
All right.
We'll see.
There you have it, folks. We had a good night. Tomorrow is Lookout Cay. Now, I'm in this WhatsApp group of people on the ship, including both our neighbors, which is kind of funny. And somebody was noting that they'd heard from someone, again, very rumor, that the beach wheelchairs did not get on the ship, that they didn't see any being loaded. Now, I mean, were they watching it all day? I don't know. So that it does have me a little nervous because it seems weird that somebody would say that unless they felt like they had, some actual knowledge. Because they were like, hey, for that person who was looking for the wheelchairs, wanted to let you know that doesn't look like they were loaded. You know what I mean? So they had some sort of knowledge.
Okay.
I'm hoping they're wrong.
Yeah.
That would be like, and I could say that Disney hasn't said anything. So there's that. So
they did say they were going to bring them. So Disney always keeps its word.
Okay.
Okay.
So we're, fingers crossed, but I'm a little nervous about it. Between that and the Fly saga, and honestly, I don't know if I'm feeling like there's a lot of people who are saying that they're going to treat tomorrow like a sea day. I'm on the fence right now, truthfully, about whether I want to go back out. The beach was lovely, but there was all that other drama, and I'm just like, is it worth it? I don't know. So we'll see.
We'll see.
But that's our day. I hope you enjoyed following along on this 5th day of the cruise. And yes, 5th days, because we have 2 more days left. Yeah.
Okay.
So thanks for watching. Until next time, stay strong, stay creative, and keep exploring. We'll see you in the next video.